Yo, what's up? My name's Patrouski, and there was a recent update to PokeMMO that actually added a bunch of new abilities and moves to different Pokemon. One of the biggest PVM examples is that Meowth actually got access to, I believe, False Swipe, which now allows it to, with False Swipe and Assist, essentially act as a catching Pokemon, especially for Dittos. Now, a lot of those moves and abilities actually had a huge impact on PvP, and today I'm going to be going through the experts' opinions on them. A lot of these thoughts and opinions will not be mine, and I won't have that much to add, but we'll see what I can do. I am the definition of a slightly above average PvP player. You'll usually see me around 600 to 650 elo within PokeMMO, maybe like 12 to 1400 in like PU tier on Pokemon Showdown. So I'm definition of like a slightly above average player. I'm really not a good PvP player by any means. These players in this forum are all much better than me. They'll have a lot more insight and a lot better perspective. Let's go ahead and get started. So Captain Baklava opens up, very veteran type player, opens up with which ones do you want to play the most with? For me, it's Sharpness Glade, as well as Will-O-Wisp Altaria, and Snow, of course, although I think it might still suck. Me too, man, unfortunately. Spikes Garchomp and Flare Blitz Houndoom, as well as U-Turn Honchkrow, look interesting, though. So the cool thing about this forum post is that it allows us to essentially, they're essentially telling us all of the most impactful moves that have been added to different Pokemon. So I wanted to do a video on that, and this is sort of a way for me to do that video, as well as adding a ton more information and actual perspective to what those moves might entail. So a huge shout out and appreciation to everyone within this forum post. This will obviously be linked down in the description below if you're interested in that as well. Jake Rocks links a bunch of calcs and then goes on to say that he thinks Sharpness Glade might be a little broken. He goes on to respond and says, that's OU walls, Glade sits in NU for now. Now, we obviously know that nowadays Glade is in OU, but for a little bit, for the release and everything, we weren't sure where it would end up. So Glade is in OU now, and someone responds. Becomes a little bit of a Glade discussion, with which I've done a full video on, so I don't want to dwell on this stuff too much. They go ahead and talk about it. Gallade Sacred Sword hits as hard as Conkeldurr's Close Combat, and Gallade has a secondary psychic typing with Stab, Sharpness boosted Psycho Cut, and good coverage. I guess time will tell. I don't think it'll be good against most HO teams. I don't even know, hyper offense teams, but Stall will have to start using Sableye or something. Breloom Boys gets Zen Headbutt and CC. Gallade is awesome, definitely OU material. Don't forget about U-Turn Honchkrow, but most importantly, Swords Dance Dugtrio. So that's something that pops up as well. Let's keep scrolling down. We see response about Captain Baklava talking about thinking more about the NU environment, Sableye and Jolly Golbat being able to handle Gallade. Honestly, fair options. It's funny, you don't realize how fast Golbat is. I think it's like 90 base stat speed or something, or at least 80. I think it's 90. Golbat has a crazy base stat speed for a incredible Eviolite tank within the NU tier. I could do a whole video talking about how incredible and crazy Eviolite Golbat is. But anyways, continuing on. This person, once again, more Gallade discussion. Gallade can also be trapped easily by both Dugtrio and Pursuit users. So at its best, it kills one Mon versus Stall and proceeds to get trapped. Fair, fair, fair. And then Double J, one of the best experts, jumps in. Gallade will go to OU given this huge buff. The new Stealth Rock / Spikes users will make this environment pretty interesting. I anticipate Quagsire naturally going to OU. I assume Quagsire got access to Spikes. Honestly, I didn't even think about that. That's probably a huge reason why his usage in NU has bumped up so significantly recently, which will make setup sweepers more powerful in the lower tiers. We'll need to keep a close eye out. Gastron becoming infinitely better and might be UU. Yeah, Gastron's been climbing the ranks in NU pretty consistently. Definitely could see him going back up to UU. It's pretty crazy that Gastron is in NU at the moment. If Quagsire has so much usage, that keeps it there. That is true. He gets a lot of usage right now. Special shout out to Spikes Garchomp, SR Hydreigon. I'm not sure what that means off the top. Is that Stealth Rock? Yeah, Stealth Rock Hydreigon. Not many defaulters will stand up to them. Honchkrow U-Turn will be great. Same with Swords Dance Dugtrio. Drill Run Cloyster isn't that exciting. Other changes shouldn't be significant, but we'll see. I think it drops pretty much all the information, honestly, that like you could pretty much wrap up in one conversation. This guy comes in to say Dugtrio Frail, or Dugtrio Fragile, of course it is. Almost impossible to set up. RK sets would still be better. Revenge kill sets. However, it can be a threat because of Gallade being, according to some people, better Salt Breaker of OU, forcing Dugtrio on every team, more defensive focused. Sableye with dual screens is something bad right now, but once Berry Bug gets fixed, Osmoril Belly Drum will start raining on NU. Yeah, it's pretty insane that Osmoril is in NU, because I think once Citrus is actually working properly, and they were talking about that. I think it might now. I think it might be fixed at this point. I assume it has to be. It's been like 15 days or so since these forum posts. Altaria with Will-O-Wisp is a big threat to physical attackers, except Blaziken. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why Blaziken remains so dominant in the NU tier, is that it can't be burned. The fact that it's a fire type is a really, really big deal there. Electric Hammer talking about due to guts. Yep, of course. Really good points. True. And then Quagsire comes, and I was hesitant to post here. Just want to note this might not be entirely accurate / viable. Okay, we love a prefacing, qualifying king. That's what I try to do, you know. Snow just buffed any ice in the lower tiers, whether you're using it offensively or defensively. Piloswine living a CC in snow from a Blaziken is quite interesting. That's true. That's an extremely good point. Fellow NU king, I love to see it. This is just my analysis from theory crafting, but being able to take advantage of evasion / speed while setting up or living a +1 Scrafty Drain Punch with Vanny Specs, I assume Vanillix. Vanillix Specs is quite interesting, and Little Cup looks rather fun once the bugs are fixed. While this is just on paper, I'm sure any good player would take that into consideration when building, especially now that we have quite a lot of buffs. To Mons already stated. What a great little addition. While I'm at it, I cooked up a pretty heat team. Anyone wants to drop to check that out after this video, maybe. But that'll also be linked down in the forum post in the description of this video, of course. Agility on delayed by Minecraft with lack of speed. Tough to set up agility, though. Pursuit Trappers can handle it. Dugtrio needs to worry about priority as well. 4 attacks seems very reasonable. Even sub +3 attacks is a lit set as image coverage. Sacred Sword, Psycho Cut, Shadow Sneak, Sucker Punch, Leaf Blade, Substitute. I always forget Gallade can get Leaf Blade. That is pretty crazy coverage. Alpha Drake comes in. Apart from Gallade and Quagsire, I'm excited about the Breloom buff. I haven't even thought much about the Breloom buff. That's definitely a mistake on my part. So now Breloom can take out 2 of its common counters in OU, Amoonguss with Zen Headbutt, and Skarm with CC. With Bullet Seed as a third move, it can pressure walls like Jellicent and Gliscor from switching in, but for all of this work, you might have to drop either Mach Punch or Rock Tomb, both of which are still really good on Breloom and make predicting the set even more important for balance / stall players. Yeah, that's a really big deal that like Breloom now has like more moves in its move pool, allowing it to run different sets, making the prediction game more interesting. He basically just said that, but yeah, I'm just reiterating. I believe this might even turn out to be a buff in usage rate for Wheezing, which remains as one of the few walls which can still tank a Breloom and force a switch. Also, 2 consecutive CCs from Breloom on something like Skarm makes it weak to a revenge kill, so that'll be an interesting part of the play. Yeah, fantastic points, fantastic post. Breloom now runs into the classic 4MSS issue, where it has the tools, but it just can't check everything. Common set will be the following: Life Orb with Mach Punch, Bullet Seed, Close Combat / Spore. I assume 4MSS is 4 move slot issue, 4 move slots, something like that. Close Combat / Spore, Zen Headbutt / Rock Tomb. Yeah, super fair. It'll take some scouting, and an Amoonguss will still do the job coming in on any attack to find out what moves the Breloom has. Carrying Protect will make it even easier to figure out. That's really, I wonder if more Amoonguss now are running Protect in singles. That is pretty interesting. That's actually the end of the forum. I didn't realize how short it was, but I feel like every single post in here was just a banger. If you like PvP, if you like PvP discussion, definitely check out more of the PokeMMO forums. I feel like there's a lot of very mature, like very well laid out discussion. If you want to get an insight and just learn about PvP faster, listen to the experts. We have experts in front of our faces on the forums whenever we want. We have the information. We can just go read it as new players, as casual players, and like this stuff teaches me a ton, which is a super honorable thing. I'm super honored that I can have access to this resource, right? So it's really cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was a little dry, but I think it's really interesting if you're into PvP whatsoever. Like the video if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more content like this, I'm sort of testing out more forum type content, since the forums have tons of great information, but it's not always the best thing to sort of peruse. So I understand that. So make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it, though. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord link is down below if you're interested in that. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal / Venmo all do help out a ton. I'm going to peace out. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace.